Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe or just be here. I don't really know what I want to talk about today. I really don't know what I want to talk about today. You should be more prepared, Jenessa. But I think I want to talk about that's my dad, his razor. He's got to groom his beard. I think I want to talk about how we're so outwardly focused, and that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just we get so caught up in what's out there, and we forget that what is out there, and I really mean this, what is out there is not, oh wait, how do I put this properly? We're not seeing things how it is or how they are. We're seeing things as we are. And I really mean that, in even the worst set of circumstances. Because the worst set of circumstances, I mean, I'm not going to go to an extreme, but if it's you lost your job or something, the truth is, depending on your state of being at that moment in time, losing your job can mean so many different things. And you will see it from a reflection of what you are. If you everyone has experienced this where you're just so happy. Everyone has been this happy at some point in their lives. Usually it's I think the easiest way to slip into this is actually falling in love. You know when you're in love, you're in a new relationship, and just nothing bad can happen. Nothing bad can happen because you just don't care because you're just in love. And so you lose your job, and the funny thing is you're just great, I get to spend more time with this person. There is no downside to anything. And that's actually true if you want it to be true. If you can find within yourself that aspect of yourself, that truthiness, where there is no downside, because there is no downside. The universe is just expanding. And let's talk about expansion. Expansion does not always mean the universe is going in a nice straight line and things are just getting incrementally better and better and better and better with all the ways that we and our little ego selves deem better. No, the universe is way more, not actually, it seems chaotic to us. It seems chaotic, it seems random, it seems but it's just because we're so narrowly focused, we can't see the big picture. And so actually our version of order and our version of linear or the quickest, most efficient route isn't actually the quickest and most efficient route. And the chaos, or what looks like chaos, to how the universe seems to be going about expanding, is actually way more orderly than our little stressed out ego selves. So it's expanding. And that means it is bringing in experiences, bringing in things, bringing in feelings, bringing in people that aren't going to be the things that you would necessarily choose for yourself. And that's a good thing, because if you were to choose it for yourself, you would probably choose it based on something you knew from the past or something you expected from the past. You would only choose something that you would know or you would think would be pleasurable to you, be something you would be happy with. And the only reason that you know that or think you know that is because you've experienced it in the past. And so you would just be creating more of it wouldn't be an expansion. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be an expansion. It would just be a repetition. And the universe isn't interested in that. It's not interested in that. So I got off on a tangent here. But I was talking about, I was talking about, like, you don't see things how it is. You see things how you are. And when you're in love, there is no downside and there is no downside. Okay, so let's talk about you. Let's talk about, like, who you really are. Who you really, really are. There is no downside to you. So everything I just said about the universe and expansion and like, that's you too. Okay? So when you start to understand yourself as having no downside, as being everything and nothing, and just like limitless, just whatever you have access to, then you start to see that in the universe. And it goes vice versa, because it is all the same thing. It is all the same thing. I just remembered what I actually wanted to talk about, but that's okay. Can I link it in? Oh yeah, okay. This is also what I wanted to talk about, which is like, so I really like the Chronicles of Narnia. And if you don't like the Chronicles of Narnia, like, I don't know, I can't help you, because it's magical and beautiful and just, come on. But there's this, like, so for those of you who don't know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's these, like, kids, and it's the war, and so they go to live at their uncle's house, and their uncle has a wardrobe, this magical wardrobe, and they go inside, and it transports them to another world. It transports them to Narnia. And I think Lucy is the first to discover it, and Lucy is the smallest. She's the youngest one, so she's like the most innocent, most like open-hearted and open-minded, right? And she goes into the wardrobe, and she discovers Narnia, and she comes back, and then she tells her 3 other siblings, and they all think she's nutters. Like, she's telling them the story, and they're like, what is going on? And there's a conversation with, like, Peter, who's the eldest, and Susan. And Peter says, well, we have 3 options. Either she's lying, and Susan is like, lying? I don't know. Lying? Well, but Lucy doesn't lie, right? She's too innocent. But Peter says, okay, we have 3 options. Either she's lying, or she's mad, she's gone insane, or she's telling the truth. And I think about that when we talk about, like, with everything I'm saying, that it's not how the universe is, it's how you are, and you're just seeing that. Or when we talk about, you know, oneness, or there is no separation. We've all heard this, but it's one of those things where until you experience it, you don't really know it. However, you can take the same, how do I say this? It's like, do you believe it? Do you believe it? So all those people who say it, who've had these experiences, so either they're lying. I don't think they're lying. Or they're mad. I think that's where most people go. Maybe they're soft about it, but they're just confused. Or they're telling the truth. And I think at this point, enough people have experienced it that we can be pretty sure they're telling the truth. All these people wouldn't come to the same conclusion. You know, like, was the Buddha telling the truth? Did he actually reach enlightenment? And I think we can trust it. Like, I think it actually is that way. It actually is that way. Like, we're not separate. That is illusion. And so then from that place where you kind of have to work backwards. You kind of have to work backwards, where it's like, okay, if that is true, then what does that mean about what I'm experiencing right now? And it's kind of the opposite of wind or a Wi-Fi signal, right? So it's like, you can't see it, but that doesn't mean it isn't there, right? And in this way, you haven't experienced it yet, or maybe you don't think you've experienced it yet because you haven't like known how to perceive it. But that doesn't mean it isn't real, and that doesn't mean that like what you do experience is real. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the opposite of the wind. It's like all of this like 3D, all of these like things that we perceive in the world, all the like ways that we think, right, it's absolutely that way. That's kind of like, yeah, the opposite of the wind, right? So it's like, I know you think what you're seeing is there. And it is in a way. But it's also absolutely not, because you're just seeing separation because you're just seeing separation. And that's not actually how things are. Okay. That's all. That's all. I love you. If anyone has anyone said it to you today? No one said it to me today. So I love you. And Happy New Year. And get outside in the snow. Get outside. Go hug some people. Go, not like strangers. They might not like that. But just be kind to yourself. Be so kind to yourself. And just know that, you know, you're here to be happy. You're here to be happy. You're here to expand. You're here to be the fullest expression of you, in whatever that means. And you can have whatever you can allow yourself to have. Alright. Bye.